Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Devstream 167 just happened not too long ago, so I'm here to give you guys a recap. First of all, while we're looking at the screen, I do want to point out that those of you guys that guessed that this was in fact Rhino Prime, or rather a Rhino Deluxe skin, completely right. It's not a new Warframe like I thought. But with that said, we are getting a new Warframe with the next major update. Centrini's Last Wish. So this is sort of, I guess, non-finalized model of the new Warframe. Front, back, non-finalized. We didn't get a lot of assets here, so you gotta forgive me for that, guys. But we did get a bit of information, so I'll go ahead give you guys a sort of rundown of sorts. The next thing will be here. The update is coming in February 2023. New Warframe, like I mentioned. Defense mission with a twist. They said mirror defense mode. Not really sure what that means. So that's apparently a new game mode that's coming, but I don't know if it's going to be a game mode that is only to get the new Warframe or in general. And then we have the mission drop plus vendor acquisition. In case you don't know what that means, just like with the last update, Digital Extremes had decided to make it so you can get all the drops from a vendor. If you're unlucky, you can just get them from a vendor. So you don't have to worry about farming forever for a Warframe part to drop and whatnot, which I think is very cool. I'm hoping they do that with the new arcanes that are coming as well. I don't have details on what any of the new arcanes do. It looked like Megan wanted to say something, but everyone moved on very quickly, so she didn't. So that's a thing there. Heart of Deimos is going to be required in order for you to do this new mission. I can only assume that means the defense mission will have something to do with the story or Deimos itself. I guess we'll see. New gun scythe. Yes, it's a gun blade, but it's a scythe. It's interesting because normally we do technically have gun blades in the game, but I think that might be the first gun scythe technically. Or would it still be classified as a gun blade? I don't know. Let me know comment section below what you guys think. New shotgun. An alternate helmet for the new Warframe. Ember Void Shell skin. I'll show off the Ember Void Shell skin and Rhino Deluxe on the channel throughout the weekend in the form of YouTube shorts. So definitely stay tuned for that. 4 new augments for Gaia, Revenant, and Yoreli. I only said Gaia because that's how Megan pronounced it, but I usually pronounce her name as Jaya, personally. And in case you don't know what New Drifter Vestige ink is, it's face tattoos. The Drifter's going to be able to have face tattoos. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool in general. but speaking of cool, cold status buff. Yeah, indeed, the cold status buff. A base is going to be from 25% to 50%. So that's brilliant. They also mentioned that the 10-year anniversary for Warframe is March 25th, and that Stardays is going to be returning, I guess technically, maybe next week, since it's going to be returning on the very 1st of February. So that's cool. For those of you guys that don't know, Stardays is the Valentine's Day type event for Warframe. But what's even cooler than that, I'll show you guys in the next slide. Okay, I'll probably make a video dedicated to this exactly. But here we go. Update quality of life. Telford Archon probability changes. Yes, you are seeing right. What this means is they added a pity system to Telford Archon charts. So whenever you run, it starts at 20% like default, but every week you do not get an Telford Archon chart as a drop. It increases it by 20%. So if you don't get one the first week, it will be 40% the next week. If you don't get one the following week on top of that, it will be 60%, so on and so forth, till it's 100% and you're guaranteed to get one. And before you ask, just because you're guaranteed to get one doesn't mean your teammates are also guaranteed to get one. So no exploiting the system like that. They made sure to do that. But yeah, I think it's a very good change. They're finally listening to us with the Telford charts. Okay, but I digress. I'm going to end it here, guys, because I think this is a high note. That's basically everything. I guess I'll give you a little bit of news on the Duviri Paradox. There were no Duviri Paradox Devstream today because of the fact that there just wasn't. They aren't prepared. They're being straightforward with us about them not being prepared, which I really like quite a bit because, if they're not prepared, they're not prepared. We don't want them to force an update out and have another Eidolon update instance. I don't know if you guys remember the Plains of Eidolon, but it was a buggy mess. Oh, and I'm sure it goes without saying at this point, but all platforms are getting the update at the same time. So, yeah. And that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys found this informative. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.